We've been married for 6 months. My husband and I dated for 2 years before getting married. I'm a year older than him, so we're a bit of an older woman, younger man couple. At first, my husband was so supportive, agreeing with everything I said and always on my side. But now, things have changed. He's just shrugging things off like they're no big deal, and it's driving me crazy. I'm posting this, hoping he'll read it too, so we can look at the comments together. Tell me, am I the crazy one here? Or is it his cousin? My husband has a younger cousin. Now, I know every guy has female relatives, but this one. She's 4 years younger than him, 23, and she's his aunt's youngest daughter. The youngest in the entire family, actually. And this cousin, she's been driving me crazy. It's starting to feel like I'm developing a complex because of her. Let me tell you everything that's happened so far. When we were still dating, my husband always talked about how much he adored his cousin. He wanted to introduce me to her, saying, "She's been following me around since she was a little girl. Now she's all grown up." I thought, okay, it's sweet that he cares so much about his cousin. So, I agreed to meet her. But from the first meeting something felt off. One time, I changed my husband's profile on his social media. Not even an hour later, his cousin had copied everything. The background music, the homepage title, even the theme, it was all the same as mine. And that's not the worst part. She found out my nickname was Fox, and wrote in her diary. Fox? Fox? Oh, please. Should I just skin that fox and make a coat out of it? My husband was furious when he found out and made her change her password and apologize. We met a few more times before the wedding, and every time, she'd ignore me. She wouldn't say hello, she wouldn't acknowledge me. But she would cling to my husband like glue. Even though she knew we were about to leave together. She'd suddenly ask him to go to the movies or karaoke, trying to pull him away from me. But the final straw was a week before the wedding. I was checking my husband's social media because a friend had left their contact info. And I saw a message from his cousin. "Opa, do you really have to get married? Why so soon? Is she pregnant? How do you know the baby is yours? Can you really trust her? Opa, please don't do this." I was shaking with anger. And my husband called her immediately, yelling, "What are you thinking? Don't ever contact me if you're going to talk like this." Not long after the wedding, my husband and I were having a romantic evening together. Just the two of us, with some wine, enjoying a quiet night at home. Suddenly, his cousin showed up drunk. At 11 p.m., she showed up saying she missed the last bus. And asked to stay the night. We couldn't turn her away, so we let her stay. But then she asked for more alcohol. My husband got angry and told her to just go to sleep. But she refused, laughing and mocking us for drinking wine. I was so angry, I wanted to hit her. But instead, I just went out to get some fresh air. When I came back, I heard crying. My husband was furious, telling his cousin, "This isn't your personal bar. What are you doing?" And she, through her tears, said, "Opa, you're a traitor. You're a bad person." I was speechless. What had happened between them for her to say something like that? A few nights later, we were sleeping, and my husband's phone started ringing. It was 2 a.m., and it was his cousin. I was annoyed but tried to let it go. But after the 5th call, I couldn't take it anymore. I woke my husband up and told him to deal with it. He called her back, only to find out she was drunk again. He told me to just ignore it. But I couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. The next day, I got a phone call from an unknown number. I answered, and on the other end was his cousin. "Are you crazy? Do you think I like my brother as a man? You must be out of your mind." I couldn't believe it. She was yelling at me. I was furious. I told her that her behavior was inappropriate and disrespectful. She hung up, but I was livid. That night, I told my husband what happened. He sighed and said, "She's just upset. I was like her older brother growing up. And now that I'm married, she's feeling left out." I couldn't believe it. Does that give her the right to treat me this way? I asked. But he just brushed it off and told me to let it go. I finally told my husband, "You need to set boundaries with her. She sees you as more than just family." He sighed and agreed. Maybe now we can finally move on from this. But I'm still not sure if things will ever change.